Ah. Okay, here we are. So we had a little glitch and we lost internet for a moment. It's interesting because I always think when those things happen, what were we talking about? Do you do that, Charmian? You know, what were we talking about energetically right when that happened? I can't even remember because I've been kind of scrambling to get us back online. But
well, we were talking about COVID, and so Cecily got a chance to ask her question that she wanted to ask. So she probably created that whole thing just so she could ask her question. You see, this is what I found since I came back from the knowingness that you create everything by your thoughts. Everything I need, I just say, oh, this is what I need, and it shows up. We don't have to struggle. We don't have to effort anymore. And every time we go through one of these portals globally, like the Lionsgate we just went through on August the 8th, the equinoxes, the solstices, it raises the frequency of the earth. So it makes our higher consciousness much more accessible. And this is what I teach in my self-empowerment courses on Zoom, that every time there's a new activation, I always do a live Zoom broadcaster group for that. So I'll be doing one for the equinox in a couple of weeks.
This is what we were talking about when we went down, when the internet got a glitch, is you were talking about people. Cecily had asked, why are so many people passing? And you were talking about the people that have passed and are in the fifth dimension and are holding the doors open for everyone else. That's what you were talking about. So I think we just went up into a higher frequency and popped out of this technical earth frame.
It just mess with mechanical things.
I agree.
Very high vibration, your clocks go crazy.
Right. Yeah, because I was feeling like I was there. And I had a question for you. So do you feel like after people leave, do you feel like they come back? Do they come back as babies? Do they come back as walk-ins?
Interesting, you should ask that.
Okay.
Because they used to do.
They used to.
The reason there are so many people on this planet is for most of us, this is our last incarnation.
Very good.
We who came, the first civilization on the earth was Lemuria.
Right.
Which was where the Pacific is now. And it was before the fall, before separation, fear, loss, anxiety, before any of that. We lived in Lemuria in love, peace, and harmony.
Right.
And that's what my first book was about, coming home to Lemuria. And now all of those people who are holding that frequency, because we've already lived in oneness.
Right.
Then we went on this dark cycle.
Yes.
And now the earth is ready. The vibrations and the frequencies have been prepared.
Right.
So we can go back there. So that's why there are so many people on this planet, because this is like the grand finale, that we are lifting this earth back to the light. And then we will be living in these radiant light bodies, which are immortal. So we will have overcome degeneration and physical. We won't die of old age and diseases. I've seen my death in a meditation, and it was so beautiful. I was in a community, everyone was wearing white, and the words that came were, all of these people made the shift. And this was way in 1986, when I didn't even know all of the stuff that I know now.
Right.
And the reason I was with my twin flame, we just laid down, held hands, everybody sang, played crystal bowls, and blessed us. And we just kind of burned up our bodies, and we floated up together, holding hands into the light. But when I asked why could we go? Why was it okay for us to leave? It was because, it makes me cry, the planet was safe for the children.
Beautiful.
And we didn't need to be here anymore. So this is why the ascension is the most important thing that we can be working for right now. Nothing else matters. And the only thing that we need to do is raise our own vibration, not get involved in all the drama. Oh, it's the aliens, it's the dark ones, you're being controlled, manipulated by all these people. Doesn't matter. That's actually trying to put us into anger and fear. A lot of this conspiracy stuff is feeding anger and fear.
Right.
That's what the ones who want to stay in control of this planet want us to do.
Right.
We are the ones, when we realize I am light, I am the power of creation. That's what the earth is calling for. And that's why we came, because we are all starborn. Earth is a mission for us. This comes up every day in my classes, in my sessions. And so what's happening now is that all of these star beings are here as our cheerleaders, saying, come on, in fact, my next channeling class in a couple of weeks is going to be connecting and channeling with star people, with angels, with masters.
And again, people can find your website below the video.
Yes, all
and
of
Ceslie's
will be on my website.
Yes, good.
I'll be there. Yeah, I wouldn't miss it for anything.
She's already signed up, and I haven't actually got it on my website yet, but within the next 2 days I will. So don't let things distract you about what this group's doing or that group's doing. Just, I am here to be all the love that I can possibly embody, and then find things that bring that love out.
Beautiful.
Put your focus into things that are making you feel uplifted, that you.
Are you still there? How are the twins? Oh, is everybody frozen?
I'm here.
Okay.
My
She's frozen.
yeah.
Oh, come on, Charmaine.
All that love.
All that love. I mean, she gets into these really high frequency energy fields, and then there you are, you came back.
Yeah. I put it on a different network.
Oh, good. So we got a little glitching, but well, Charmaine, I'm curious, how are the twins? How are the twins?
They're
twins.
Thriving.
Oh,
They're
good.
thriving.
What are they?
They're 41 now.
Oh, good.
And my daughter, you see, what happens is, when I came back and I gave my life to Spirit, and I've been moving, and roughly every 5 years I would move to a different state, a different country, a completely different place, start all over again. When I got to 65, I said, this isn't going to work, guys. I need home. I need to stop being a nomad and a gypsy. I need to know where home is now on this planet. And within a month, my daughter got pregnant. And I'd always said, I will be there when you have your baby. So now I'm grounded. I'm staying in LA. But this is what I want to say. If I was writing my life story now, I would call it 10 million miracles. Because when you offer yourself as the vessel, you are just given everything.
I agree. I mean, I think things. You too, Cess?
No, I have a question. How do you do that? Like, I want to do that. And I always ask, but how do you do it more? I want to do it.
Do what? How do you ask what? To become a vessel?
Yeah, like fully living in that. I've had moments and periods of time where I was like that, but how do you get to that place? Because I've lived that magic, like what you guys are talking about.
Doing exactly what you're doing. For me, it was a gradual process. The more time I spent connected to the upper worlds, and I have to say that doing my work connects me to the upper world, so I'm very fortunate. Whenever I do a session, I'm channeling, I'm doing a group, I'm living at that vibration, and the more you do it, there comes a point where you're just in that all the time. I call it being in the presence. And I published my book, Coming Home to Lemuria. I was about love and peace and harmony. I was getting all these emails from people all over the world saying, well, it doesn't feel like love, peace and harmony. It feels like total chaos. And what do I do? So I asked my guides, what do I tell these people?
Right.
And they said, show them where we're going. So I started doing all these sessions, taking people into the new earth. And that's my second book. My second book's called The New Earth Rising.
Nice.
And so that's what it is that when we can see the goal, it makes it easier to keep plodding along, because we're really swimming. What's happening on the earth right now is all the deepest, darkest old stuff is being pushed up to the surface by the light.
Right.
The light is underneath pushing it up.
Yes.
So if you only look at the surface of what's going on, you just feel, well, why don't I just give up now?
Right.
So we have to understand the process behind it, which is us.
Yes. I've spent many years, really my whole adult life in society, working on various projects and programs, running health institutes and doing team building programs and all different kinds of things, progressive, to help people grow. But where you see me, the picture where I am is where I live right now. And it's amazing. And we feel like it's a portal. And it is a new earth portal. And it's a portal for sending and receiving ascension energies. And it's one of the reasons we live here, and we've made that choice to be in a place where we can raise our resonance as high as possible while here in the body. So
I was going to ask you where that was, because I love it.
Yes.
I love that aqua blue just sends me into
Yes. You can come
bliss.
and visit. We're actually in the Yucatan of Mexico.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. And it's a lake called Laguna Bacalar. It's the Lake of Seven Colors, but it's really it's an alkaline lake. It has stromatolites in it, which are one of the oldest life forms on Earth. They look like rocks, but they grow like coral, and we believe they actually carry our original DNA coding. So it's an amazing energy field, really.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but not to get sidetracked, but I just wanted to say, in what you're mentioning, that to begin living our lives, and I think letting go of our excesses, letting go of too much stuff, letting go of our attachments. I mean, all of this is a journey. It's a journey of awakening and figuring out what is really important to us, what really activates our heart, our mind, and our spirit, and then to be able to live in that space of receiving from the universe, because there's this constant giving and receiving that's taking place. So, I'd love for you to speak to that.
I can feel them coming in. So
yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So just empty yourself. Just empty all the thoughts, all the concerns. Just become an open vessel, waiting to be filled. Beloved brothers and sisters of the light, we are the Council of One. We are a council of star beings from many systems. And we have come to you this day because we wish to thank you, to congratulate you for the valiant work that each one of you has been giving to this earth. We do understand that in times of change, when one cycle is ending and a completely new and different cycle is beginning, that the turbulence, it is like two currents that meet in the ocean coming from opposite directions. When they meet, there is something of a tidal wave or a storm or a whirlpool. And this is the feeling of the energy on the surface of the earth at this time. And so we understand very well that it is not easy, especially for those of you who are the starborn, who are the empaths, the sensitives, the ones who are here to anchor the light that is lifting this whole planet into the light. And so we have come to support and acknowledge each and every one of you. And we would like to reiterate what our channel has previously said, that when you focus on the chaos and it starts to become real for you, then this is a distraction from your true purpose here. So we would say to you, when you feel overwhelmed, that is the time to stop. Stop the busy mind chatter. Find a way that works for you to go within. This might be going in nature. It might be talking to your cat or your dog, because these are very sentient, very conscious beings who came with you from the stars to support you through this transition. So we do wish to confirm for you that this plan for ascension is unfolding. It is unstoppable. Nothing that any of those who wish to maintain control of this planet, no matter what they do, this time they will not succeed. There have been previous cycles in the human experience, such as Atlantis and Lemuria, where there was great destruction. And many of you are carrying memories from those times of destruction. And this is the cause of much of the fear, because society is destabilized at this point. And it is bringing back those memories of Atlantis. So we wish to guide you to focus on releasing those memories so that you can really become a clear and empty vessel for the new frequencies that are now very available on this earth. They are being anchored as we speak by those of you who are able to hold the frequencies. When people ask us, well, when will the ascension happen? We say, your cat is saying, yes, I'm here to help.
He was sleeping, and I was thinking about him as you were speaking, and here he comes.
Cats come from Sirius.
Yes.
With the whales and the dogs and the gorillas, the apes. So when you are feeling overwhelmed, that is the time to stop, to reset, and to focus on the uplifting energies. And if you look around, you will see them. There is kindness everywhere. There is beauty everywhere.
Yes.
But when you put these dark glasses on and look for what is wrong with the planet without looking for what is right with the planet, then you disempower yourself. And this is what those who wish to maintain control of the earth want you to do.
Yes.
But we wish to remind you that all of the beings in the cosmos are here to support you. The eyes of the universe are focused on this earth, because what is happening here as the earth is lifted up into the fifth dimension, that will have a rippling effect that will allow the evolution of every level of consciousness. And so there are angels, there are ascended masters, all of the beings who have walked this earth, who are now ascended, which is, some of you were asking why people are leaving. They are ascending, and they will be helping the earth from the plane of ascension. People ask us, when will this happen? The answer is when enough humans are ready to hold the frequency. So we cannot say it's going to be this year or that year. We can say that each one of you, as you become ready to hold that energy, you are contributing to the ascension. We see it as a mesh that is enfolding the earth, and there are little lights. And as each light comes on, then the light increases, and there comes a time when there are enough lights, and it doesn't have to be all of them, because when there are enough lights, they will light up the whole mesh. And so each one of those little lights is a light worker saying, I remember who I am, I know why I am here, and I simply offer myself as the vessel. So don't worry about what anyone else is doing on this earth. We have to say to you that everybody is held accountable. When you pass over, when each being, every human, passes over to the spirit world, there is a process called the life review. You are the one that is looking back over your life. Nobody is sitting in judgment of you. You are the one that must look at your life, and if you have done harm, you are the one that decides how you are going to put it right. So no matter what you see around you, know that every one of those beings that is causing harm will at some point have a reckoning. And it's not your job to create that, to support that, to make it happen. It's just what happens when the soul returns to the light. So we wish for you to feel now the energies of this beautiful earth that is bathed in light. Beloved Gaia, it was she who called you here from the stars. Come. I wish to be lifted into the light. Please come, bring your light to this earth. And you were the ones who said, yes, I will come. So no matter what is going on, know that you are blessed, you are the beloved, you are the ones who said yes. You are precious to the all-knowing one. We love you. We are here for you. Go in peace and blessed be. As we have spoken, so it is.
Aho. Wow. Thank you so much. So beautiful. And my cat came and laid, he just walked away, but he loved the energy and he came and laid.
They do.
Yes, very beautiful. So I think we should go ahead for today, but maybe we can do this again one of these days.
Oh,
what do you
absolutely,
think?
absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yes, it's very important that we send out positive messages, because even, a lot of my friends are so lost in all this conspiracy
Yes.
stuff. They're angry and they're afraid.
Yes.
And what I was told, that's a distraction that is intentionally stopping us from being the light.
And that's what I teach as well.
Yeah.
And so...
And those are conscious people. Those are people who have been on the path for 20, 30, 40 years.
That's right.
And they've got totally drawn into this conspiracy stuff.
Yes.
And they get very angry at me when I point it out.
When you contradict them with greater light. Cess, any last words, thoughts from you?
I'm so grateful for this huge transmission, and thank you, Charmian. Thank you, Cary.
Thank you.
The frequencies were incredibly high. And
Yes.
it's even hard to talk, and I'm really excited for other people to hear and feel this that we just felt. So.
Yes. I think we glitched out the system a few times, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's right.
Much love to you both. And I want to remind everyone the things that are so important. Remember to breathe, smile, and love, because by so doing, we change ourselves, and in changing ourselves, we change the world. So we'll see you all soon. And Charmian and Cess, I look forward to being on with you again soon.
Thank you very much, Cary. I'm very appreciative that you were invited.
And if you're feeling kind of down and you need some inspiration to remember who you are. Whoa, now, child, please don't frown. You can choose a new vibration, and these words can take you far. I am a 21st century superhuman. I know that the answers are inside. I am 21st century superhuman. Now is the time.